Hey, Cece, welcome in. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Hope all are doing well. On the TikTok side, I'm going to share this out some more. Welcome in. If you're new here, thanks for joining. Hopefully, you'll stick around. We're going to have some Disney fun tonight. Going to play a round of this or that. I've got a couple other fun questions to ask. We'll cover some news and notes and see what else we talk about tonight. Just going to share this out. I started a little bit early, so we'll give it a few minutes before we get going here. Feel free to share out with others, and we'll get rolling pretty soon. Oh, that's awesome, Cece. I've not seen that yet. Very cool. Welcome in, gang. Welcome in. So, Cece, do you think they'll come around to doing yet another trilogy for Star Wars? I mean, it kind of feels like it just wouldn't be right if we didn't have three new coming eventually. All right, we got about 3 more minutes till we get going here. So, welcome in. Hopefully, you'll stick around. I've got a couple of questions asked. We'll talk about some news, and then we'll have some fun with some games. Going to try to make this a little bit shorter of a night. Hey, Lamont, welcome in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Welcome in on the TikTok side. Who's with me tonight? It is a great day to be alive, Lamont. Been a fabulous Monday. Hopefully, we'll get a few more to join. I'm anxious to see if Blake and his girls are back home from their trip. I'd love to hear about it and how it went. I think they were down there for almost 10 days, I want to say. 7 or 8 for sure, I think. So I'm excited to see how their trip went. We're going to give it a couple more minutes before we start. Hey, Dina, welcome in. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Time is ticking away fast till the trip, Dina. Welcome in. Dina, it is a great day to be alive. That is for sure. So I know I am 50 days out till we leave. 50 days from now, we should be at our resort. Hopefully, flight is on time and everything. We should be at our resort by now, 50 days from now. Looking forward to that. Very excited. I'm so excited. I was just thinking about what I'm going to start packing a little bit ago, actually. Maybe an hour ago, it just struck me and I started thinking about it. Still hoping to see if Blake will join us. I want to hear about their trip. I'm going to give it about 2 more minutes. And then we're going to go. I know I saw a few pictures from Blake's trip. Looked like him and the girls were having a good time. I know they commented a couple times in Discord as well. So hopefully it went well for them. I think they had really good weather. I don't know that they had much in the way of rain down there, which this time of year is always a kind of a coin toss, right? You never know if you run into any tropical type systems or not. Can't wait to pack your Christmas spirit jerseys. I love that, Dina. That's kind of one of the things I was actually thinking about was, right now it's impossible to know, but am I going to need to pack long sleeves at all, or am I going to be good just with short sleeves? And if I do need long sleeves, what am I going to pack? And yeah, so that was part of what my thought was this morning or this afternoon was about anxious to know, is it going to be warm enough for short sleeves the whole time? When we were there in 2023, it was like the first week of December. I think I packed 2 or 3 long sleeve shirts thinking it would be cool enough, like at the Christmas party and whatever. And it was really, really warm. I think even at midnight at the Christmas party, it was still in the 80s. So that day, I think I wore a long sleeve shirt to the party and my sleeves were hiked up as far as they could go because it was so doggone warm. Yeah, Dina. Yeah, the party exclusive to Spirit jerseys. Knock on wood, but we're going. Our party is what, on the 14th? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only the 5th party out of about 25 or so. Hey, Helen, welcome in. Good to see you. So you'd like to think that only the 5th party of however many they have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 25. So we're in the first 20% of the parties. You'd like to think they'd still have the Spirit jersey available at that point in time. That's the one thing I will say I haven't really given much consideration to is what do I think I want to buy when we're down there. Cracking my can of soda open. Sorry about that. Should have done that before I started. I will probably, depends upon, if they have that same Mickey popcorn bucket, I'm not going to buy another one. But if they have a different one for Christmas, I would probably buy it and use it for the trip, filling up with popcorn and so forth. Yeah, I think it's been released as far as what it's going to look like. I don't know that they're selling it yet because they typically hold that back just for the party itself. But yeah, if they have a different Christmas popcorn bucket from that one there, I will absolutely get a new popcorn bucket. I'm sure of that. But that's the only thing I can really think of. We'll probably get stuff for the grandkids. I'm sure of that. But outside of that, I don't know. I struggle to spend money on myself on things when I'm down there. As much as I love everything, I just feel bad about spending money on myself. That's awesome, Cece. Yeah, obviously I've got the Christmas one there. I've got my, let's see if I do this right, Halloween one right there. That's a Donald sipper that I've got right there. There's a couple of mugs right here. So I've got a couple different things. Hey, Brooke, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. We're just about ready to get started here, as a matter of fact. No sign of Blake yet. I was hoping he'd join. I wanted to hear about their trip. Maybe they're all trip lagged, so to speak. Cool, Brooke. I'm glad you're here with us. Thanks for joining. Project Loop, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for the heart me. How are you doing tonight? It's really good to see you. All right, so Helen, you're here. Helen has a question, and I've already told her in Discord, I don't know the answer. I don't have an answer for it. So this is for hopefully all of you guys to be able to help Helen out. And Helena, hopefully you'll remember that you asked this question last week, but she asked if anyone knows of any companies that make soft t-shirt dresses with Disney characters on them. You remember now, Helen, asking that question? Any companies that make soft t-shirt dresses with Disney characters? So the only thing I scribbled down, Helen, is just kind of grasping at straws here. Obviously, you could look on Etsy, Amazon. I think there's a company called Box Lunch that might do stuff like that too. Okay, so Helen said like cosplay type stuff. So if anybody has any suggestions on where Helen could look on the TikTok side, put it in the chat and I'll convey it over here. And likewise on the YouTube side, put it in the chat. Hey, Big Rob, how are you? Welcome in. How's the weather looking this weekend? I have no idea how the weather's looking down there this weekend. Let me take a peek, see. Let me see here. I think it's going to be warm. It's always warm still, right? This time of year, gosh, it seems like there was, I remember watching this last week. There's a tropical system out in the Atlantic, but it was going to turn towards Bermuda and avoid Florida. So I think that will certainly help. Might actually draw some of the moisture away, which would be helpful. But I think it's been in the upper 80s to 90 the last week or so. So I'd probably expect that sort of thing. Cece said that Hot Topic might have something like that. Helen said there used to be a company that made lots of them and she can't find it now. So that was Helen's question. And again, for anybody on either side, if you're on TikTok, if you have any suggestions, the question is this: do you know of any companies that make soft t-shirt material dresses with Disney characters for like cosplay type thing is the question. So again, if you have any suggestions, put them in the chat and I'll convey them. If you're new here on the TikTok side, welcome in. Thanks for joining. My name is Mike. I am a travel planner that specializes in Disney. But this is not an infomercial for me to be a travel agent on Disney. We get together, have fun. We play some Disney games. I will share Disney news, rumors. If there are new promotions, I'll share those out as well. But this is about getting together and have a good time. People will ask questions, Disney-related questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability or ask for involvement from everybody that's on to share their thoughts, opinions, and responses. So Helen, that was your question. Cece, you have the second one. She asked, do we think that Darth Vader, Chewbacca, and BB-8 will be retired at Hollywood Studios? And the question is being asked because the Star Wars launch bay in Hollywood Studios is being closed. The last day is this Wednesday, the 24th. And that's where you can visit those characters for meet and greets. So that's, CC, why you're asking the question if I think those will be retired. My feeling is this. I think they will take and put Darth Vader over by Star Tours. You think about that stage where they used to do the Jedi training. I think it's a prime spot for him to come out and do meet and greets. They can get that set up there. If he's going to stay, that's where he'll be. I don't think it makes sense for Darth Vader to be in Galaxy's Edge. He just doesn't fit in the timeline of the Star Wars, storyline, if you will. So I don't think I see him there, but I think I see him over by Star Tours, right there where the Jedi training used to take place. So that's where I would see him going. Now, Chewbacca does make appearances in Galaxy's Edge now. You can see him sometimes with Rey. There's that one area that's kind of gated off, so you don't actually get up to him like a meet and greet. But I think that's going to probably stay. And then BB-8, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think where in Galaxy's Edge would make a good place. Now, there is the pathway to the now closed down Star Wars themed hotel. They could probably do something there. But other than that, I'm not so sure, CC. Let's see here. Brooke, you just said to answer the dress question, Her Universe and Made by Molly. So Helen, hopefully if you got pen and paper, you can scribble that down. The answer that Brooke provided was Her Universe and Made by Molly. Thank you, Brooke. Clearly, I don't shop at either of those places. I'd have no idea about those places. So I was not going to be any help. Let's see here. Helen said maybe something happened to it. I got a cute R2D2 dress from them, but it doesn't say the company on it. They had everything from princesses to Star Wars to kids and adults. And then she just said, I'll check out Made by Molly. So perfect. Brooke, again, thank you. And Helen, hopefully that helps you out. Brooke, do you have any thoughts on Chewbacca, BB-8, and Darth Vader meet and greet? I think they'll try to keep. I think they'll try to keep Vader, but I just don't think they can put him in Galaxy's Edge. It's just my feeling. And Chewbacca, I don't think they're going to change anything with him. I think you'll just see him sporadically in Galaxy's Edge like you do today. BB-8, I'm not sure about. But hopefully they'll come up with something, because I know that those are very popular meet and greets. No doubt about it. Just checking back and forth for any comments. Blake, hey, how are you? No, you're not. You're good. I was hoping you would show up. I think everybody'd love to hear how your trip went. How did the girls enjoy themselves? Okay, so Brooke, Helen said they're cute on the Made by Molly, but she's looking for like a costume dress for Halloween. Okay, and Brooke said, I hope they keep them somewhere. I don't know how they would make BB-8 for meet and greets. See, that's my thing, Brooke, is I don't know how they could do that over there. They'd have to do something special or specific. So Blake, yes. So Blake and his girls just came back from Disney over the weekend. Hopefully it was spectacular. He said it was fantastic. One of our favorite Disney trips. And gosh, Blake, that's with Spaceship Earth being closed, one of your favorite rides. So that's great that it was one of your best. I didn't pay close attention to the weather, but from all accounts, it seemed like the weather was pretty decent while you were there. I'm sure it was warm to hot, but I know there was a Halloween party. It's been about a week ago now that, again, they had storms for it. It's just been bad luck for the Halloween parties, it seems like. But glad that you had a great time, Blake. I'm super happy about that. Hopefully the girls had a fabulous time as well. Okay. Blake, we took a day off and just resort hopped. We loved it. Temps low to mid 80s. Wow, that's amazing. This time of year, that's awesome. I know when we were there last September, it was hot. So that's cool. Okay, yeah, Helen said it was last Tuesday that she was watching. It was stormy, yeah. That's cool that you guys resort hop, Blake. How many resorts did you make it to? And if you want to share which resorts, and which resort was your favorite, and which was the girls' favorite that you guys all took a look at. Helen Brooke also said Little Adventures has some the dresses I think you were asking about. So again, Little Adventures, and thank you, Brooke. I can wear Mickey ears with the best of them, but that sort of information, I'm helpless. Can't help you on that. So yeah, Blake, how many different resorts did you visit on your resort hop day, and which one was your favorite? Dina, I keep saying that one of these times when we go down, we're going to go and not even have park tickets and just do stuff in the bubble that's outside of the parks. And every time I say that, when it gets closer and closer to the trip, it's like, am I crazy? How can I not go to the parks? But someday we're going to do it. All right, Brooke, I'll hop on YouTube when I get home. Had to delete the app so my kids don't get on it. That's cool, Brooke. No worries. Thank you. I appreciate that, though. And thanks for your help. All right, Blake, I'll watch for your response on resorts, but I'm going to hit news and then we're going to play games. I'm going to try to cut this a little bit shorter tonight. I'll share why here in a minute without going into too much detail. Okay, news. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, as of this morning, September 30th, is the last date that has tickets available. All other Halloween party dates are sold out. Disneyac, welcome in. Good to see you. So if you were hoping to see one of the Halloween parties, September 30th is it for you. Everything else is sold out. Moving to Christmas season, at Epcot, Santa is moving to Communicore Hall this year for the first time, so I'm sure that'll be a spectacular setup for a Santa meet and greet. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, as of this morning, again, only one date has sold out, and that's opening night, November 7th. So there's still opportunities there. Blake, I see your comment. I'll read it here in a second. If you have trips planned in January of 2026, or if you're thinking further out, January of 2027, they have announced dates where the Skyliner will be closed for refurbishment. So if you're staying at Pop Century, Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach Resort, or the Riviera, you will not have Skyliner access. It will be closed for refurbishment. In 2026, those dates are January 25th through January 31st. And further out in 2027, January 24th through January 30th. Jessica, hey, how are you? You were walking your cat. I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody walking a cat before. That's interesting. Yeah, Brooke, I try to avoid going in January anymore because I don't want to miss the Skyliner. Oh, he was in a stroller. I had this vision of you holding a leash with a cat on the end of the leash. I'm like, I don't know how that's going to work. He's an old man that likes to go outside. Okay, Blake. The girls will always love Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love Old Key West. We hit roughly 8 of them. Spent more time at some than others. One I would like to stay at is Art of Animation. We stayed at Old Key West. So, my comments on all of that, Blake, and again, it's all opinion based, right? So no one person is right or wrong. Animal Kingdom Lodge is beautiful. I could sit on the chairs and watch the animals out in the safari, and just be blown away by that. The lobby is amazing. It's gorgeous and incredible. But man, is the hallways are long as long can be when you're walking, depending. Hey, Renee, welcome in. Depending upon where your room is at in relation to the front of the building. So I was surprised at how spread out and sprawling that place is. Uh, Project Loop said, a cat in a stroller is just as new to me as a cat on a leash. You're right. Loop, you're right. Absolutely. Let's see here. So Animal Kingdom Lodge, yeah, beautiful. The lobby, incredible. We stayed at Old Key West once, and it was me and my wife and our youngest son at that time. Tanner was probably 5 or 6, maybe, if I was guessing. I'm trying to go back in memory. Beautiful resort. I was like, it was so cool when we got there and they put us in a golf cart and drove us to our building and got us into our room. I was like, wow, I was blown away by that. And the rooms were very spacious and just beautiful. They're wonderful. There were 2 things that I didn't necessarily like. One was the walk from our room up to the buses. And we didn't want to do the bus loop, so we'd walk. Well, 3 things. One is that walk. Secondly, was the fact that I'd walk by one of the golf greens of the golf course there, and I wasn't playing golf. That annoyed me. And the third thing, and this is really the bigger one for us, was when we got back to the resort at say 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night when the parks closed. There was no quick serve restaurant like you have at the Value Resort, so we couldn't get our mugs filled up with soda or whatever. We just had to go back to our room. But outside of that, beautiful place, loved it. And we got free upgrade. We were booked at a call from Disney saying, "Hey, we'd like to upgrade you to Old Key West. Would you be interested?" And it was a free upgrade. So I was like, "Heck yeah, we'll go from a value to a deluxe resort, free, no additional cost." So we jumped on that. Let's see here. So Old Key West, Art of Animation. So here's my spiel on Art of Animation. If you take Pop Century, you just kind of flip it over, and that's really what Art of Animation is for the most part. Now, I'll tell you all day long that outside of the buildings, Art of Animation is the most Disney themed you're going to find, and it's spectacular. Whether it's Lion King or uh, Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid, the Cars area, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Just loved it. Anybody with littles, you want to at least get over there and walk around the grounds and see things. It's just amazing. What I will say though is we felt like there was more room, storage room inside the standard room at Pop Century than there was at the standard room of Art of Animation. And two prime examples. Pop Century, where the TV is, you have a dresser that's probably, if I had to guess, maybe 4 to 5 foot wide, and there's multiple drawers you can put clothes and stuff away. There wasn't something like that at Art of Animation. The other thing, in the bathroom area where there's the sink, so you go in a door, there's the toilet and the shower, but the sink is outside of that room. Pop Century had a floor to ceiling wall shelf, floor to ceiling shelf unit there that you put stuff on. Art of Animation did not have that. And now I will say we stayed there in May of 2023. Yeah, 2023. So it could have changed since then, but I just felt like there was more storage in Pop Century, and Pop Century's price is considerably lower than Art of Animation. So that's the other thing to comment on comparing to the two. But I'm a massive Skyliner dude, so staying on Skyliner at any of the resorts is aces in my book. Hey, Anthony, welcome in. Good to see you. Jessica, because you should have filled them with water. I probably don't remember what I said that ties into that comment. So sorry if I missed that. But yeah, Blake, I mean, gosh, just resort hopping is so much fun, whether it's on the Skyliner or on the monorail or connecting boats. Oh, mentioned filling the cups of soda. I got you. Should have filled them with water. I got you. Yeah. Yep. Yes. No, I'm with you. I'm just not a water drinker. I got to put flavor packets in it. Lemonade or my big one right now is like cherry limeade. Those sorts of things. Love those. Helen, love me some pop. Yes, absolutely. Blake, love pop. Stayed there one time. Yeah, it's pretty nice. The price difference is significant in my mind. It's at least $40 cheaper at Pop than it is Art of Animation, and maybe 60, 70, $80 cheaper. Kiwi lime, I like that one a lot too. You live on favorite flavor packets. Yeah. So Jessica, when we're there in December, we will have each day at the park, we'll have a big Ziploc bag full of drink packets, flavor packets. Some will be the rehydration kind of stuff. Some will just be straight flavor packets. So we'll get all of the free ice water all day long. And I need to bring this. I always think about it after the fact, but I have it's about yay tall, maybe 4 inches tall, but it expands to about 8 inches. A collapsible drink mug that Lori has one. I have one. It has a carabiner clip, so I clip it to my bag and it hangs there. And then we go get the free ice, and I pour my water or my flavor packet in, shake it up, and I'm good to go. So we'll have a ton of those things with us the whole time. Helen says I love stir flavor drops. I don't know if I've ever had those. Blake, we did Sky and just I will also need to get some sample clear proteins. Yep. We bought those collapsing mugs after you recommended them. Awesome. That's cool. And so Lori and I had those from a year or two ago, and I mentioned them to my parents and they bought them. So when we all went down in May, everybody had a collapsible drink mug. It was wonderful. Instead of having some 8-inch Monstropolis thing that is 8 inches long and bulky the whole time, once we drank and it was empty, we just collapsed it right up and we were good to go. I see Lori's joined me on TikTok. Hey, Lori. So yeah, they were very convenient to have. Uh-oh. Helen says losing me on YouTube. Is everybody else good? Has everybody else lost me on YouTube? I'm not getting any notification that I'm having a problem with connectivity. That's why Lori came to. Okay. Cece said we're good. Dina said it's lagging a bit. Helen said you keep pixelating. You're not frozen yet. So I might be better looking if I'm pixelating, actually. Blake said I'm okay now. All right, so let's get rolling here then. Skyliner closure. I thought this was interesting. In 2026, Disneyland on the left coast is ending early entry. So if you're a Disney World person, you know each park opens 30 minutes early if you're staying on property. Disneyland has the same thing, but in 2026, effective January 5th, Disneyland is doing away with the 30-minute early entry. In place, each resort guest is going to get one lightning lane. Not per day of their stay, one. That's it. That's a huge whammo to me, from Disney World to Disneyland. So anyway. Okay. Helen said glitching. Yeah, Helen, you're right. It gives you no reason to stay on property at West. And frankly, staying on property at Disneyland is expensive. I mean, their value resort, I want to say, is closer to $400 a night, as opposed to the $150 Disneyland for far less money. Makes more sense once they get rid of that in January. So anyway, okay, some of you are on TikTok that I know are going to be there. Some of you are on YouTube that I know they're going to be there. Again, our itinerary is this. Thursday, November 13th, we are going to have dinner at a quick serve location at Disney Springs at 5 p.m. Have not landed on it yet. Lori and I are going to hopefully figure that out here maybe this week so I can solidify it next week. But anybody that's there that wants to have dinner and chit chat before the 7 p.m. social gathering, 5 o'clock Disney Springs, it's probably going to be Polite Pig, Blaze Pizza, Deluxe Burger, Earl of Sandwich, probably one of those. But we'll figure it out for sure. Share next week. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join us around 5 for dinner. It's on your own dime. Don't show up thinking I'm going to pay for dinner. I haven't decided if I'm going to pay for Lori's dinner yet, but don't tell her. 7 o'clock, if you're not going to join us at 5, at 7 o'clock, we're going to meet outside of the Lego store. And hopefully they have the Christmas tree strolling going on. And we're going to do the Christmas tree stroll. If not, we'll just have a great evening of socializing and getting to know everybody and walking around Disney Springs and hitting stores and whatever people want to see and do. That's what we will do. All right, Anthony, you got all your park dates reserved. That is awesome. I love it. Now, Lori, come on. Okay. Lori said over here, we all know that Mike makes all our Disney choices. Full disclosure, I sent Lori the menus for the 5 different quick serve locations at Disney Springs that we are considering so that she could look at the menus and decide which one she wanted to do or which couple that she'd be okay with. So don't make it sound like I am totally making that decision all on my own. So Jessica said, I think the stroll starts midweek before our arrival from what you read last. That's awesome. That's what I assumed as well, Jessica, but until I see it hard in writing, I don't want to make statements of anything, but that's the plan. So again, Thursday, November 13th, 5 p.m. Anybody wants to get dinner, we will meet up somewhere at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock outside Lego. We'll get together, meet everybody, do the Christmas tree stroll. Hey, Jordan, welcome in, and have a good evening together. Friday, November 14th, for those that are going to be there during the daytime, we're at Magic Kingdom during the day, then enjoying rides, having a good time with everybody, enjoying Main Street, the parade, stage show, rides, whatever you want to enjoy and do. We're not necessarily all going to be together the whole time. We might at certain points do some things together, but this is your day. It's your money. It's your time. So I want you to enjoy it however you and anybody that you're there with wants to enjoy it. That is a party night. So if you're not going to the Christmas party that night with all of us, the park closes at 6 p.m. We are going to get together at 5 p.m. at the Tron sign at the bottom of the walkway going up to Tron for a big, large group photo. We're doing it at 5 o'clock. That way, anybody who's only going to be doing the Christmas party that night will be able to be there in the park because they can get in at 4, so we can get a big group photo. Then for those that are staying for the Christmas party, we'll have a great time. Again, it's your party ticket. You can spend the time however you want to. We will designate a spot for the first Christmas parade. If anybody wants to get together and watch it, as a group, we can absolutely do that. I guarantee you I'm going to get set up to watch it the second time, probably on Main Street. Anybody's welcome to do that as well. Jordan, I'll answer your question in just a second. So we'll do that. I'm sure we'll watch the fireworks. Have a fabulous time that night. I can't wait. I love the Christmas party so much. And then Saturday, November 15th is our Epcot day. We will be at Epcot all day. I think we're going to do a group photo at Guardians of the Galaxy around 11 o'clock for those that are there. And we do the group photo on Friday and Saturday because there might be some locals there that have to work on Friday and they're not going to the party. So they won't see us and we won't see them until Saturday. So that's why we do the group photo on both days. Epcot is, your day to spend however you want to. If a group of us want to try to get lightning lanes for Guardians of the Galaxy, we can try to do that. Or if we want to stand in line and wait, we can do that. Whatever the case may be, ride some other things together, have a good time. We'll probably designate a spot for anybody that wants to watch Luminous together, and we'll do that and just have a fabulous time. Jordan asked, is all this info posted anywhere in writing? So Jordan, I will, I have a Discord page. It is Park Life Podcast on Discord. So if you have Discord, the application, you can download it on your phone or whatever. Search for the Park Life Podcast Discord page, and you can join there. I've got information that's posted out there that you can have and consume. I will also probably, if I remember, later on tonight or tomorrow, I can make a post on TikTok with a link to the Discord. Do that. If you go to my bio on TikTok, you can find a link to the Discord there. I'm going to warn you because I ran into this with somebody else yesterday. When I went to their bio and I clicked on the link to the Discord directly and tried to join it, it wouldn't let me join it. But when I copied the URL and then went to a web browser and put it in, I was able to log into their Discord, and now I can get into it on my phone as well. So it's a little wonky there sometimes. So the information's out there on the Discord. Yes, Blake said, make sure to take a goodbye ride on Dinosaur. We're going to Animal Kingdom on Thursday before the meet and greet that evening. Absolutely going to ride Dinosaur, no doubt about it. For sure. And I'm going to plan on riding Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios for the last time with Aerosmith before that shuts down and switches over to Muppets. No doubt about that. So, yeah, Jordan, if you find your way to the Discord, I have a page there. If not, I'll try to put a link on a TikTok post. But again, if you go to my bio, you can find the link to the Discord there as well. CC, I will absolutely enjoy Kylo Ren for you. No doubt about it. I know for Lori and I, we're going to be at Magic Kingdom on our first full park day. I cannot wait to watch the nighttime parade for the first time live. Myself, pick a lemonade. No, Jessica, no, and no. Okay, perfect, Jordan. I would appreciate that. That's awesome. Helen's there. Helen's going to be there next year. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. VBs, welcome in. Good to see you. Absolutely good to see you. So we're going to do Magic Kingdom our first day because I can't wait to see the nighttime parade. Totally excited about that. We're going to do Animal Kingdom our second day. Third day is Magic Kingdom and the Christmas party. Fourth day is Epcot. Fifth day for us is Hollywood. And our sixth day, I think we might park hop. We might start at Hollywood in the morning and knock out some stuff that we want to do again, or we might start at Epcot. We'll probably finish at Magic Kingdom so I can see the nighttime parade one more time. Helen mentioned over on TikTok that, yeah, so Brooke, I'll mess with that, but I had somebody else's Discord that was doing the same thing. So when I took the URL for the Discord out of the bio and went to my laptop and put it into a web browser, it pulled it right up and allowed me to join. So there's something wonky with Discord, but I'll mess with that too as well. So Helen said that she will be at Park Life Party next year. So we kind of talked about this briefly last week, and I'll bring it up again. We have to kind of start thinking about when we want to do 2026. I know we kind of mentioned Disneyland, but I'll be honest with you, I'd rather do Disney World if I can have my choice. I just feel like there's more to do. especially now that they're taking away the extra 30 minutes of morning out west and it costs more and blah, 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 blah. So I had two thoughts in my mind of Disney World for Park Life Party. First off, I don't want to go in the summer when it's just hot as blazes. It's horrible. Okay, so you're not getting no longer back. All right, guys, I'll mess with the Discord when we get done tonight. I'll see if I can figure that out. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge Discord wizard, so I'll mess with it and try to get it fixed for next week's live at a minimum. Okay, so Park Life Party next year. One thought was Halloween is on a Saturday next year, that we could do Saturday, Sunday, so that we're there on Halloween. And then the next day go to Magic Kingdom and see the transition from Halloween to Christmas. That would be kind of fun and interesting. The other thought I had was to go the first weekend in December. It's like the 5th and 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The thought there would be the Festival of the Holidays would be happening at Epcot. It won't be happening in November when we're there this year. It doesn't start till the Friday of Thanksgiving weekend. So we could enjoy the Festival of the Holidays at Epcot, see the different Santas around the different countries, the storytelling that they do the processional, all of those things. And then Saturday, just trying to mix it up a little bit. Instead of doing Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, Saturday night would be a Jollywood night, and we could do Jollywood, do Hollywood Studios during the day and Jollywood at night. That was the thought that crossed my mind earlier this afternoon. So a couple of those things you can chew on. We're not going to make a decision tonight, but just some possibilities there to think about. And I'm open to other ideas as well. All right. Let's play this or that, and then we'll see what time it is. I might wrap up at that point in time. We'll see. Running a little low on energy. So let's see. Let's play this or that. So I'm going to give you can pick this or that, just as the title's called. And hopefully some of these I give you, you're going to be like, oh man, that's hard. I don't want to make that decision, but that's the fun of it. I have 27. I think it's 27, 22 or 27 of these. So let's see. Let's have some fun. Your first, I'm going to go from the bottom up, really mix it up. We're going to Epcot. You can pick this or that, Mexico Pavilion or the France Pavilion. Which one are you taking? Renee is taking Mexico. Amanda, hey, France. Brooke is taking that. Must be France. Jessica says, ouch. Jordan says, France. It's a painful choice. That's the idea. Blake goes with France. Cece says, France. So far, Renee, you're the only one for Mexico. How about that? Oh, there you go. Dina says Mexico. BB's picked from Mexico. We have a new country that's been born out of this or that. Disney Act with Mexico, Jessica, Mexico. Haven't been there in too long to take either. Okay, Helen, that's fair. Okay. We're going to stay at Epcot. And are you going to take Remy or Frozen? Oh, and by the way, I would take Mexico. Amanda says Frozen. Jessica says Remy. Jordan says Remy. Brooke says Frozen. Helen says Frozen. Loop has not been on either. Disney X says Frozen. Renee says Frozen. BB's Frozen. Lamons, Remy. Dina, Frozen. Blake, Remy. Cece, Frozen. Jessica says, as a girl mom who lived through Frozen on repeat, give me Remy. I think that's pretty funny. It's funny because actually when you said Remy, I'm like, oh, you didn't pick Frozen with Ruby? I would pick Remy. No, there's nothing wrong with the Frozen ride whatsoever, but I'm also old school, and I remember Maelstroms, and I kind of missed that a little bit. Oh, I like that. Helen says she has magical memories of riding virtual with her kids at school and singing. That's pretty neat. I love that. Hey, Ronnie, welcome in. Sorry you fell asleep. I hope that means you're awake now and you're not typing in your sleep. Because if you're typing in your sleep, we're going to ask you some fun questions. We're going to throw out this or that and have fun with sleeping Ronnie. Oh, she's awake now. Never mind. I guess we'll keep doing this or that. Ruby is intrigued by Remy now. She loves cooking with him on DDB. Oh, that's cool. I love that. Okay. Your next pick. Helen, I know what you're going to pick already. And I think I know what Ronnie's going to pick already. Are you taking Fantasmic or are you going to take Festival of the Lion King? Ronnie, I knew that. Ronnie says Fantasmic. This is a tough one. Renee says Lion King. Jessica Fantasmic. Jordan Fantasmic. Brooke says ooh. Blake Fantasmic. Dina Fantasmic. Helen Lion King. Ronnie said she didn't even need to hear the other option. BB's Fantasmic. Cece Fantasmic. Amanda Fantasmic for sure. Brooke Fantasmic. Lamont's Lion King. So this one hurts for me because I've said this a million times. Fantasmic to me is the best nighttime show at Disney, period. Festival of Lion King is the best daytime show at Disney, period. But if I can only pick one, it's Fantasmic. Got to be Fantasmic. Okay. Now we're going to do a little transportation picks. Are you taking the bus or are you taking the Skyliner? Project Loop also said Fantasmic. The bus or Skyliner? You guys know what my answer is. Skyliner for Brooke, Skyliner for Jessica, the bus for Project Loop, Skyliner for Dina, Skyliner for Blake, VB's bus all day, Lamont Skyliner, CC bus, Renee Skyliner, Helen Skyliner, and now I have the sound effect stuck in my head. Skyliner says Amanda, bus says Jordan. Helen, you can take the bus, you can take the Skyliner. Yeah, I know that one. Oh, Amanda said, I saw Fantasmic for the first time last night. It was amazing. It is amazing, isn't it? Thank you for the heart me. Ruby wants to cruise on the Skyliner too. Yes, Jessica, Ruby, we're doing it. We're going to hop on that Skyliner ride sometime. I think most people, if you're not afraid of heights, you're going to pick the Skyliner, I assume. If you're not up for the heights, you're going to pick the bus. I think that's kind of where the line gets drawn as to how you pick which one. Okay, we're staying transportation. You're leaving the Magic Kingdom, heading to the TTC. Are you doing the ferry boat or are you doing this monorail? Ferry boat or monorail? Jessica picked the ferry boat. VB's ferry boat. Helen, what's the temp outside? Let's assume it's comfortable out. Monorail for Dina, monorail for Lamont, CC monorail, Blake monorail. Helen, ferry boat. Ferry for Brooke. Monorail for Ronnie. Jordan monorail. Ferry at the end of the night after fireworks goes much quicker. Yes. Monorail says Renee. Ooh, that's a tough one. For me, it's a really tough one. Nothing worse than a smellier monorail and the AC is out. True that, Jessica. Monorail is nostalgic, but it has a stench. True, Brooke. I mean, gosh darn. When you're a kid, you love the monorail, right? It's the coolest thing ever. But I saw Goofy water skiing when I was on the ferry boat. So ferry boat wins for me. Renee, you said monorail. Ronnie, monorail. I don't know if I read those or not. So, okay. Next pick. We're inside the Magic Kingdom. Bellies are grumbling. Are you going to pick Be Our Guest or are you going to pick Cinderella's Royal Table? Money is no factor. Dining plan is no factor. Just one are you doing? Which one are you doing? Be Our Guest or CRT? Cinderella's Royal Table. No, Jessica, not pickle. Brooke says neither. We got to pick one. Come on now. CRT says VB's. Jordan, Be Our Guest. Project Loop. Cinderella. Helen, neither for food. CRT says Renee. Be our guest, Jessica. CRT, says Brooke then. Cinderella's Royal Table, says Dina. It's a toss-up, says Ronnie. Helen, I've done both. Blake, be our guest. 8 there on this trip. Very cool. Be our guest, says Le Mans. Lori is on her way home. That was not a this or that, but I guess she's on her way home. That's good. Quick night for you, Lori. Yeah, Brooke, I'm not worried about Lori. It's the other people driving around her that I worry about. Got crazy drivers here. For me, I will be very honest. I've eaten at neither of those places. However, I am a big character meal person, so I would pick Cinderella's Royal Table over Be Our Guest for that reason. Okay, coffee drinkers, this one's for you. Are you doing Starbucks or are you doing Joffrey's? Starbucks, says Brooke. Joffrey says Helen. Joffrey says Ronnie. Joffrey says Dina. Jessica says Joffrey's. Brooke, you might be in the minority. Renee, Joffrey's because I can't get Starbucks at home. Joffrey's all day, says Blake. Joffrey's shaken Jamaican, says VB's. Starbucks got to get my pink drink, says CC. There you go, Brooke. You got a partner with you. When in Disney, Joff it up. George Joffrey's, you can get Starbucks anywhere. That's true. Very true. I would probably go with Joffrey's. Okay. Speaking of character dining, but primarily character, are you picking a face character or a fur character? Which one would you prefer to see? Not asking you to tell me which character, but which type, face or fur? Fur, says Brooke. Fur, says Le Mans. Fur, says Jessica. Face, says VB's. Fur, says Dina. Fur, says Blake. Fur, says Ronnie. Jessica, I can have a face anywhere. Fur, says Helen. Fur, says Jordan. Fur, says CC. I would absolutely pick a fur character. All right, we're hungry again. We got to feed ourselves better. You're in Magic Kingdom, but we're not doing reservations. Something about seeing Mickey, says Brooke. Absolutely. Are you going to eat at Cosmic Rays or are you going to eat at Pecos Bills? Jessica, stop with the pickle, would you? Now, you're making me question whether I want to even eat the birthday cake because you might lace the dang thing with pickles. Worried about that. Brooke says Cosmic Rays. Cosmic says Dina. Pecos says Renee. Cosmic says Blake. Pecos says VB's. Cosmic says Helen with chicken nuggets while waiting on Happily Ever After. Cosmic says Le Mans. Cosmic says Cece. Cosmic says Jordan. Yeah, Jessica, you lace that pickle or that cake with pickles, and I'm done with you. Forever and ever. Ugh. Ronnie says Cosmic. Cece says Cosmic. Okay. Jessica says also we've decided on cupcakes so we can hand them out to other resort guests. Very cool. So, Jessica, are you formally inviting everybody that's going to be there to join us on that Wednesday afternoon, evening? That Wednesday evening? Is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday evening? Yes. Okay. Project Loop, not place lacing the cake. Yeah, no pickle lacing. Project Loop picks pickles. Or picks pickles. Picks Cosmic. See what you got me doing, Jessica? Okay, Jessica. Please join us for a cupcake to celebrate Ruby's birthday on Wednesday. So if you're there Wednesday, November 12th at All-Star Movies, Dina asked what time is the party for Ruby. So Jessica, I think you said around 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's her actual birthday, Brooke, on the 12th. On that day, Ruby turns 8. And we're going to celebrate with some non-pickle cupcakes. Helen, don't be laughing at me saying pickles. Jessica says she believes 6 to 6:30. So the next question is going to be where at? You're either going to be inside in the cafeteria, or probably outside in some of the seating right there. That would probably be my recommendation. We'll figure it out. We'll find each other. Look for somebody with cupcakes. So yes, if you're going to be there on Wednesday, November 12th, you're welcome to join us at All-Star Movies at between 6 and 6:30 for birthday celebration. Okay, Dina, your flight doesn't get in until later, so won't be able to make it. Okay, no worries. I'm going to get my cupcakes, well, I may not sing happy birthday, spend a little time with Ruby, and then we're hightailing it back to Magic Kingdom so I can watch the nighttime parade. Yep, I think outside, as long as the skies are clear, I would agree. Jessica says she will reserve a cupcake for you, Dina. How about that? So, okay, let's keep going here. Now we're hopping on a ride. Our food from Cosmic Rays or Pecos Bills is digested. We're still in the Magic Kingdom. Are you riding Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion? Oh, Dina, she wants to know if you want vanilla or chocolate. So you can put in your order for vanilla or chocolate cupcake. Brooke is doing Pirates, BB's Haunted Mansion, Renee Haunted Mansion, Blake Pirates, Helen Haunted Mansion, Lamont's Haunted Mansion, Cece Haunted Mansion. Jessica, it is a painful choice. Haunted girl at heart always. Jordan, that's a tough one. Haunted. Dina picks chocolate and Pirates. Priorities, right, Dina? Chocolate cupcake first, Pirates of the Caribbean second. So there you go, Jessica. Chocolate it is. She says perfect. Okay. Now, Dina, did you want the pickle with that or just straight chocolate? Okay. We are now going to pick. You're picking one of the parties. Dina says she'll take the pickle. Jessica just said she's going to have a bag of snack pickles for me. No. Ronnie. Blake says Ronnie fell back to sleep. That's funny. Okay. You're picking a party. Are you doing the Halloween party or are you doing the Christmas party? You can only do one. Which one are you picking? Lamont's doing Christmas. Blake's doing Christmas. Helen's doing Halloween. VB's Halloween. Brooke's doing Christmas. Disneyac's doing Christmas. Project Loop's doing Christmas. Lori's doing Halloween. Jessica, I have not been to the Christmas yet. Fair enough. Jordan, I don't need your help with buying me a pickle and pouch. Jessica, I did just the Halloween though. Okay. Jordan, Christmas. Dina, Christmas. Cece, Christmas. I think we lost Renee too. I don't see her chiming in here. That is a hard one because if you ask me to pick one singular thing at all of Disney that might be the most breathtaking, awe-inspiring, hair rising on your arms, type of experience. Oh, there's Renee. I'll ask the question in a second. For me, the one singular thing you're going to pick that is just like the biggest, oh my gosh, it's the Headless Horseman for me. Absolutely the Headless Horseman. Now, so Renee, the question was, are you going to do the Halloween party or the Christmas party? Which one are you picking? Those toy soldiers for the Christmas parade. I love them. Jessica, you and Jordan can hang out in November. You guys you stay over there. Okay. All right, we're going on the next one. Are you going to wear casual clothes or are you going to Disney bound? Yeah, Loop, I would like that. I would also love it if they decorated Small World like they do. Brooke is bounding. Jessica is casually bounded. Casual clothes for CC. Blake is casual. Blake, I guess I was guessing you weren't going to be a Disney bounding person. I didn't even know what Disney bounding was like a year ago. Casual for BBs, casual for Le Mans, casual for Disneyak, a little combo, Jessica, casual for Jordan. Ronnie is multitasking. Helen, the question was, are you wearing casual clothes or are you going to Disney bound? Casual says Dina, casual says Ronnie. Cece, I'm going to already know your answer to the next question, but you'll get to chime in anyway. Jessica, does it count that half of my clothes are already Disney casual? Perfect. Schwantz, 14 days so you go to Disney World. That is awesome. 14 days. That makes you what, about October 5th-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood? Project Luke, bounding Dapper Dan's at Christmas party. I love that. Otherwise casual. I love that a lot. I've often thought it would be cool for the Halloween party to either dress as a Dapper Dan or dress as piano player. I think that'd be kind of cool too. Helen, casual bound, same as Jessica. Blake says, same, Jessica. Okay. All right, Cece, here's the question. I know your answer. Are you taking Galaxy's Edge? Or are you taking Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story Land? Boy, I can't get my words out. That's right, Jessica McNeil. Brooke is picking Galaxy's Edge. Helen, Toy Story. Cece, Galaxy's Edge. Dina, Toy Story. Renee, Galaxy's Edge. Project Luke, Galaxy's Edge. Jessica, Toy Story. Phoebe's Toy Story. Ronnie, Toy Story. Helen, Toy Story is her go-to repeat movie. I like that. Lamont says Toy Story. Jessica said Steve would pick Galaxy's Edge. Blake picks Galaxy's Edge. Gosh darn, that's a tough one for me. But I think I'm going to pick Toy Story Land. That was really hard. Makes me think about that one. Okay. Both of them are spectacular. You can't go wrong with either one of them. Are you going to pick fireworks? And that could be, I wouldn't count that as, no, let's fireworks or parade. Which one are you doing? Fireworks or parade? Okay, Helen, take care. Get some rest. We're almost done here. We got about 6 more. Dina does fireworks. Ronnie's doing fireworks. I got to do the little puzzle piece over here on the TikTok side. There we go. Brooke says fireworks. Jordan says fireworks. Jessica says, ugh, I quit. That's hard, says Project Luke. Not a fair choice, says Jessica. That's the idea. Disneyak says fireworks. I can't make you. That's payback for all the pickle talk. Let's see here. Let me get caught off. I think I read it. So Dina said fireworks. Ronnie says fireworks. Cece says parade. Blake says fireworks. Lamont says fireworks. Phoebe said so hard to pick. It is. Lori says the parade. I'm a little nervous. I thought Lori was driving home. She's awfully active in the TikTok side. Jessica says, oh my God, I figured out my gift to you. There's no gift. No, you don't need to give me any gifts. Renee says fireworks. Oof. I think I would pick fireworks too. A lot of red lights, says Lori. Jessica, oh, there it is. Exactly. Getting me nothing. That's the gift. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 left. And again, Cece, I know your answer to this one. Are you taking Rise of the Resistance or are you taking Tron? Ronnie is taking Tron. VB's taking Tron. CC Rise. Blake Tron. Dina Tron. Lamons Tron. Wow. Brooke Rise, Jordan Rise, Loop Rise. I'm surprised we have almost a clean sweep of Tron on this side and almost a clean sweep of Rise on this side. I think we do have a clean sweep of Rise on this side. I'm surprised how many Trons there were. Disney X is neither. Oh. Blake says he was not impressed with Rise. Wow. If you listen closely, Blake, I think you can hear Cece calling you names in the background. See, I would probably pick Rise because I think that is such an amazing experience. And I'm not picking it. A lot of people dog on Tron because the ride is too short. Ed Brooke just said that Tron is too short. I'm not comparing the two because of the length of the Rise experience versus Tron. I think Tron is spectacular. Honestly, if we sit and look at it, we could probably name a number of rides that we could say are too short, but they don't seem to get the same kind of grief that Tron gets. To me, Peter Pan is one. It's such a short ride, and it could be so much more. Remy is one that people could argue is kind of short. Rock and Roller Coaster length is not more than maybe 5 or 10 seconds longer than Tron, and I've never heard anybody complain about that one. So it's interesting. But anyway, next pick. We're still doing roller coasters, but we're in Magic Kingdom. Are you doing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Big Thunder Mountain? Oh, heck yeah, Brooke. The queue is amazing in Tron. I'm hoping that they still have the red overlay for Tron when we're there in November. I can't wait. I hope it's Christmas time. They should keep it. Okay, VBs is doing Dwarfs. Blake, Big Thunder. CC, Big Thunder. Dina, Seven Dwarfs. Project Loop, Big Thunder. Jessica is going to pick Tron on the other. Brooke, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I can't remember if I said Dina, Seven Dwarfs, Le Mans Mine Train. I think I said those. Jessica, Seven Dwarfs. Seven Dwarfs for Ronnie. Now, this will be fun. If we can, I'll get back together a year from now. Once Big Thunder Mountain is reopened with all the changes, it'll be interesting to see if people that pick Seven Dwarfs would still pick it or if they would pick the new and improved Big Thunder Mountain. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is another one that is a pretty short ride in the grand scheme of things, but I do love how the carts can swing back and forth. So I'd pick Seven Dwarfs, I think. Okay. Are you picking Soarin' at Epcot or are you picking Flight of Passage at Animal Kingdom? Hey, Ruby, how are you? Ruby, it is 51. I think 52 days until your birthday. How about that? You're almost an 8-year-old. Okay, Brooke says Flight of Passage. Jordan says Flight of Passage. Project Loop says Soarin'. Lori said both are amazing. VB says Soarin'. Blake says Soarin'. CC Soarin'. Le Mans Flight of Passage. Dina Soarin'. Ronnie Soarin'. I think I would pick Soarin' too. Now, some of you probably heard me say this. I would love, love, love if they added like 6 or 7 different Soarin' movies. And it's random as to which one you get. Kind of like if you ever do Star Tours at Hollywood Studios, you go in, there's 7, 8, 9, 10 different scenes that you could see through Star Tours. I would love that if Soarin' had the same thing, even if it was like 4 different ones. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy has 6 different songs. You might get one of those 6. I would love Soarin' to have something like that. I think that would be so cool and would totally enrich that. Yeah, Blake, they need a few more as it is. Absolutely. Okay, snack time. We're getting hungry again. Are you taking a churro or a Mickey pretzel? Jessica, the next one is totally for you. I can't wait to read this one for you. VB is pretzel, Ronnie pretzel, pretzel for Dina, pretzel for Cece, churro for Brooke. Jordan says pretzel. Project Loop says pretzel. Lori says pretzel. Le Mans pretzel. Blake pretzel. Jessica, no. There is no ickle in the word pretzel. No pickles. Pretzel with cheese, yes. Love the pretzel with cheese. Okay, here's a fun one. Would you rather, for one night, sleep in the Haunted Mansion or sleep inside Tower of Terror? No Pretzel. No. Sleeping in Haunted Mansion or sleeping in Tower of Terror? Project Loop says Tower. Brooke says Tower. It's kind of a fun one, isn't it? Jordan says Tower of Terror. Over here, Blake says Haunted Mansion. Dina says Haunted. Ronnie says Haunted. Lamont's Tower. CC Tower. Disney Egg Haunted Mansion. Lori says no to both. Jessica says the answer is yes. You'd pick either one. Wait, no. If you're saying yes to my thing, no. Which one are you sleeping in, though, Jessica? Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror? How cool would that be if they had an offering for that? So Jessica says, considering the Tower Hotel is an actual place of slumber, fair enough. Wouldn't it be awesome if they actually made that an experience you could do? It'd be nice to sleep in a mansion, says Jessica. Yeah. All right. We got two left. We'll do since we're sleeping in a Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror, you're going to get to pick a one-night stay in Cinderella's suite in the castle or a 1 week stay. So one night in the castle or a 1 week stay in the Polynesian bungalows. Couldn't we be lucky enough to have that choice to make, right? Ronnie says bungalow. Jessica says the week in the bungalow. Jordan says castle. Brooke says castle. Project Loop says dang. Lamont says castle. Dina, the week in Polly. Week in Polly says Blake. Disneyac says castle. What say you? Project Loop says castle. There you go. I would pick the 1 week bungalow stay at the Poly if I didn't have to listen to the ferry boat whistle going off all day long. That would be the detractor. Otherwise, one night stay in Cinderella's castle would be pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Lori picks the bungalows. How about that? Okay, last one to pick. Are you? Oh, Disney changed mind to Polly. There you go. Are you getting up early to rope drop? Or are you staying up late to park close? Rope drop or park close? What say ye? Jordan, park close. Blake, there you go. Dina, there you go. They both said both. Brooke said both, but park close. Both says Le Mans. Jessica says park close. So, Jessica, does that mean you're not rope dropping with us on Friday at Magic and Saturday at Epcot? Oh, good. You are going to rope drop with us. Excellent. Like, first she says I am, and then says likely. By the end of this live, it'll be possible 50-50. We'll see how it goes. Depends on Kaylin, honestly. Hey, just tell her which park to be at, and she's got your phone number, right? Yeah, Lori's got it. No sleep allowed at Disney. Sleeping is for the plane ride home, the plane ride there, and you get plenty of sleep from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Kaylin is a slumber queen. I'm going to bang on the door to wake her. That's funny. I love that. All right, gang, that is the end of this or that. And I think we're going to wrap up for tonight. Blake, I am absolutely so happy that you and the girls had a great time. It's cool that you got to do resort hopping and enjoyed that so much. You did every mode of transportation, which I think is really cool. Totally happy for you and the girls. So there's nothing better than making memories at Disney, and that's what it's all about. And I'm excited for all of us that are going to be there in November to make memories together, to get to celebrate Ruby's birthday. I'm totally excited about that. Let's see here. Jessica, it's still going to be humid down there. Just pull the hair up in a ponytail and away you go. But I'm excited to make memories and meet a lot of you that we've not met. I'm excited to celebrate Ruby's birthday. I'm excited to see, Ruby at Magic Kingdom and at the Christmas party and at Epcot, and to see, those of you that are bringing family members or whatever to meet them and see the magic of Disney. I know I've told you this story before, but and Brooke, if you're still on, you might remember it. But 2 years ago this December, Lori and I were down at Magic Kingdom. We did the Christmas party with Brooke, JJ, and Janelle. We were standing by the big Christmas tree at the front of the park waiting for the parade to come towards us. And there was a photograph or a Disney photo photographer sitting there taking pictures. And I happened to look back, and the photo pass photographer was taking a picture of a couple, which is like, common. They were probably in their 80s, holding hands. It was just the sweetest thing ever. That's the Disney magic that I love to experience. I can't wait to do that with all of you guys. It was the sweetest, wasn't it, Brooke? It was absolutely amazing. So Jessica, I'm talking about cutting your hair off. I mean, there's not much up on top of my head to cut off. So yeah, it doesn't take much for me, but Lori wants to experience that when we were 80. I'm down for that. We'll have to wait a few years anyway for that one to happen. So, all right, gang, I think that's a wrap for tonight. I appreciate all of your time as always. Hopefully Monday nights are working out for you guys. They're working for me so far, so good. And we will get back together again next week. And next week we will be inside of 50 days from Park Life Party. Can't wait to see all of you guys there. You made glitter hair gel. Ooh. Packed in travel size bottles. Yeah, can't wait for that. We're going to go get pixie dusted at Sir Mickey's on the backside of the castle. Ronnie, thanks for joining. I'm glad you got a little nap in there, and hope everybody has a great night. Thanks again for joining tonight. I really enjoy chatting with you guys. We will see y'all next week. Jordan, if you're still on, I will go mess around with Discord right now and see if I can get that link reactivated. Otherwise, we'll see all of you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody. And remember, when you wake up tomorrow, it'll be a great day to be alive. We'll see you guys. Bye, everyone.